Okay, what's that, Colin?
This is a poster that we made about a bunch of stuff that we've been learning.
About
Historic peacemakers, the Greensboro Ford Freedom Rider, facts about apartheid in Africa, and notes about a book that we're reading called Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry.
So this is more of a civil rights, human rights poster, and each color represents what?
Each color represents something different. Like yellow represents Africa facts, orange represents Roll of Thunder.
Okay, can we just say that different colors come from different sources
Yeah.
and have different topics? So this yellow comes from.
Our Africa.
Oh, we'll look at the Africa books. Okay, so that'd be that and that. Okay, and Roll of Thunder comes from the Roll of Thunder. I got it right here. And so this is the historical fiction we're doing. Okay. Now let's start scrolling through all the sources that are on the screen. Okay, what is that, Colin? And how do we use it on the screen?
This is the DOL, and
What do you learn from? Well, you learn a couple things from it. What's one of the things?
one of the things that we learned is punctuation, is proper punctuation and capitalization, basically proper grammar.
Okay. But it's information that I get from the internet, and I change it just a little bit to make it a little more simple and shorter. And then that way we can get some background information, and it's additional information to use there. And sometimes I ask a few more questions from it. Okay. Now the other thing I want to talk about, what is this? Let's read this first. Alright. That's not it. There we go. What's this, Colin?
It's a reading A to Z book, and it's a source of some of the facts that we've gotten.
What was in here that was particularly interesting to you? What was in it?
Well, about basically what I thought was interesting is all these people working towards the same goal, but each of them is getting closer and closer from, each of them it gets closer from each, wait, how am I supposed
Okay, so who was in the book?
Well, there's Gandhi,
Uh-huh.
there's Mother Teresa, there's lots, there's
What's this right here?
Greensboro Ford, there's
What was it? Here's something important. What's this picture from?
Something Square. T-Square.
Tiananmen Square.
I can't never pronounce that.
And that connects with Martin Luther King and Gandhi, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because the other book that we read was called this, Historic Peacemakers. And that has some information about Gandhi, Nelson Mandela, which also connects back to the chapter in the book. Galen, what you flashed down the chapter, section 2 of the right? Okay. And there's the Montgomery bus boycott on the screen again. Okay, so we had DOLs, 2 or 3 books, and then there's a number of YouTube videos. Right? Move a little bit to the side. There we go. That video's on Reconstruction. This is on Who Killed Emmett Till. This is on the American Experience Abolitionists. So in all, that's 3 videos. Oh, not including the Modern Marvelous Cotton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we have 3 videos, 2 chapter books, 2 literature books, and then a fictional historical fiction book. Multiple sources. And what you do is you take information from all those sources, Galen, switch back to the map, or the poster. And then you use your notes and your color coding to take your notes and put them on there. Now, when you're doing that, do you guys have up your web pages?
Yeah.
Okay, Galen, bring the camera up here and show one of the web pages. Kai, do you have yours up? Does anyone have theirs up with all the tabs? You get your tabs up?
I'm inserting this right now. This is my webpage. I'm just starting to insert this. But first,
So those are your tabs, basically.
yeah. Each tab is different, so like I can go to someone else's page.
Those are your friends' pages?
Yeah.
Go
I've got
to-
some
click
info.
on. Oh, there's a baseball question, right?
Yeah. And then I'm starting to work on this.
So those are your notes, right?
Yeah.
So the main point of the video is to explain that you need multiple different types of sources so that you can get your students to really understand what you're doing. If you just read the chapter book and show some PowerPoint, it's not going to be enough. You've got to immerse them in it with multiple sources, give them something cool to make, like a poster on a web page, and you can get them to care about the project. If you're just going to show a video or show one video, read one chapter and do a PowerPoint, give one test, that information is not going to be back there in 3 weeks, 4 weeks when you take a test. Okay. Pause.